guys, it's Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023. Today is Wednesday. Okay, so today is FOMC day, so no bias. We will trade levels only, and we are open for either side. So today I am going to only talk about levels, right? No bias, and we are open for either side of trading, right? Now, so this is a powerful statement. See, now just keep this fact in mind that NQ is overdone to the upside in a short amount of time. Other three indexes are lagging NQ by a lot. NQ has a lots of rotation around 782 yesterday and ES 4020. So you can draw a line at 4020 in ES today, and see what happens. What happened after that when it hits there, right? Before FOMC, after FOMC, and you can see it. NQ was way up, right? So when it came down to 782, then you can see there was a flush down, straight down, right? But NQ, you don't have to wait till 782 because it was already exhausted to the upside, right? So, and it already moved so much earlier. So NQ had a good short, so I only traded NQ today. In the morning I traded both to the long side. Afternoons during FOMC I only traded NQ because it has a more reward compared to ES. See, shorting ES will give you points, but in terms of a higher reward, NQ is the best instrument to trade because it was exhausted to the upside a lot, right? So if it has to move, it has more points to come down compared to ES. See, so sometimes you have to make a choice. Now technically I can short both together, right? But if you're talking about risk reward, NQ has a more reward, So if there was no FOMC today, and assuming it is a regular delay, right, then I would have said to stick with longs above those areas, right? But that is not the case today, so we are open for both sides, right? And then that's it pretty much, right? Now 853 dream number, 698 dream number, 874 dream number. Now you can draw a line here and see how price reacted around those levels, both for buyers and sellers in the morning, entire morning pretty much, and late noon also, So levels are very powerful, you don't need any indicators at all, So now since price moved a lot and there were a lot of rotations, right, I will only talk about only few trades, and the trade executions are there in Twitter, right? So I already tweeted all my execution in the morning longs and noon shorts, right? So I'm not going to talk about all this thing here. You can check in Twitter, But these were the trades, So in the morning we were observing, that 3032 in Discord. I said 3032 and 853 in NQ are important, which is this line basically, and 879 this line, right? It's a level, our levels, So, and there were only 6-7 line here, right? And you can see it here, backup sellers, look at that, to the T during FOMC, right? Most recent high from February 2nd, backup sellers area. Preferred buyers area, 690 to 780, look at today's low, straight into it, right? So if you see price getting rejection from here, then it came down here, right? At this point it went through both the dream numbers, which it tried to defend it here and here and here also one more time, then flush down. Coming from here, at this point you have to stick with shorts. This is a very good short by the time Powell was also done talking, So now I think the timing also I gave, right? Did I give you a timing here? No. So I think in Discord I said 315, 320 onwards, trade. So this is the perfect timing, So my target was 718, but I built out earlier 782, right? Because that was the level I mentioned it here. So that's why I built out here and I was done. But my target was 718, this area, and when price got here I said 702, which is this, So that was the late noon trade, right? In the morning, since price was trading above both this, and then here I see that dream numbers were holding, and then we saw this, right? So that's why we took a long in the morning, you know, right here. There was a long here, somewhere around here, you know. So yes, long was around 32-30 area, you know. So you can see in Discord, in Twitter, you know, it's already there, execution. So I might be off like 1 or 2 points, but executions are there, you know. So anyway, so that was a long here just because of these levels, you know, the way price was holding 30-32, you know. So 30-32 was lined up with 853, 877 in NQ. So since price was trading above both of them, right, we took the long. Then target was, NQ's target was 945, so 946, you know, that was the target, and 920, those were the weekly highs, you know. So we took the profit there. ES 41.43, right? We were watching it in 1 minute time frame, both the indexes together, how they were behaving around the levels, and then we made a long case, you know, case for the longs. However, internals were down. See, if you look at this, right, they were down actually. There was a bearish disconnect. So bearish disconnect was there entire day. So it was not a good idea to stick with longs and hold the longs for longer, you know. But the way NQ was behaving, it was supporting the long idea at that time, even though there was a bearish disconnect, you know, in both of them. So we still took the longs because we are supposed to follow levels, right? No bias. So we took the longs, right? Then we build out. Then I say ES can max go up to 54, 55 before FOMC, you know, so, or 40, 48. So ES came close to 48, right? At the time, if you look at NQ, around, where was NQ? Man. Okay, so this is not a valid long. I thought this is 10 o'clock. So sorry guys. This is the one. Man, what I'm thinking. Yeah, that I was wondering, man, what the hell is going on? Okay, yeah, I thought I took a trade at 853, but then, you know, this is okay. So this is my trade, you know, in the morning. Sorry. So 853, right? So here, say that there was a bearish disconnect here. See, so so I drew a circle here, rectangle here, right? But then still we took the long because of the dream number. Right here in this area, they were timed together, these two levels stacked together, you know. So that was the long, right? Then you can see it around 10:30, which is right around here, right? NQ tagged that 946 pretty much here, right? So I assume this is like a tag to 946. So we build out here, right? And then we say, you know what, now we are going to wait till FOMC, right? And then we watch the price, all this thing, you know, back and forth, all this thing. Then here, you know, here you can see it touched it to the T, right? Then sell off, correct? So at that time, if 1148, you can see there was a divergence. See here, ES was here and NQ was here. There was a strong divergence, right? And now you look at internals, they were still bearish disconnect. So this was a short here, you know, so you can't short it here, but when you see this balance and then breakdown during lunch time, that was your short right there, you know, if you want to short it. So, but anyway, I was in and out, so I didn't trade it. Entire these things, you know, I skipped it. I was outside. Then I came back, you know, around FOMC. So here, you know, this was very important here. So 54, 55, right? That is what I said in the morning. So here, first time during FOMC, right at 2 o'clock, price touch at 54, 55. See, right here, which is this, right? So I took the short there, you know, and I held it. That was a sim short, okay, because right at the FOMC I cannot take a chance, correct? But NQ, I did a real short, you know, at this level 13,000, because that was the level I said it may go, you know. So the way ES went here and NQ went here, they were right into these levels, you know. So I waited, you know. Here I did not short it at the first trace. Here sim, yes, I did it. Here live, I waited, you know. So I waited for price to go higher, like this. See that? Then price came down, correct? And then right here I shorted it. you can see it in Twitter, those execution. 13,016 was my price, right into this level, you know. And the target, obviously this area, 946, 920, right? So build up, right? Because Powell is supposed to talk after 15 minutes. Then waited. Then again price came up, right? So now this time, that's a real short. So this one was my early short, was like a kind of figuring out short, right? Because at that time price may go higher too, correct? So it was a figuring out short. Then price came down. See, here it proved it, that it wants to go down, or there are some sellers here basically, you know. So when it popped back up here, still while Powell is talking, we can get a reaction here again, you know. So I thought this one, what was the time? Right here, see that? This is because first time excuse me, whoever shorted it, right, and whoever missed it, they are waiting when price came up here, they will short. So that was my second short. Then when it took out this area, I was watching. When it took out this, I held it. Then I targeted this area, you know. So now build out here. You can see pretty much those execution in Twitter, you know, in image which I shared in Twitter. Then I was watching because Powell was talking, right? So then price went higher, took out this high. At this point I was so sure that damn thing may run over, right? But since it was a last line in my chart, you can see I don't have any other lines, see. So because I only went back this time maybe 3-4 months, and that was the last line I found it. So that was the last line. So I was thinking, man, about this there is no long setup because it's too much exhausted price. So only possibility is short. So I was praying that, man, get rejection here. So technically I can even short here, right? But now you can't short it here because of this breakout. See, if you look at this, right, it was a breakout during Powell was talking. So it can flush here also, you know, like go up here and then come down. So you cannot short it. At the time ES was also going higher, right? So then you have to wait. Then I was waiting, right? Then look at this. It came down here. See these things? Breakout top. You can see it here. See, people bought it even here. See, those are the foolish people, I would say. Very foolish people, you know. See, here you don't want to take a long. Sorry, I said that, but if you took the long, you are foolish. Why? Or you are fool. Why? Because look at this. Look at this run in NQ. Ah, man, I don't have a bigger chart. Otherwise, I'll show you. Just open the daily chart in NQ, you know, and then look at last 7 days price action, and you will see it. And you want to go long here. After you look at that price from the last 7 days run, and then you want to go long here while Powell is talking. After the breakout, it's a suicide mission, right? So that's why never do that mistake, you know. So here people bought it. I was watching it, you know, that hey, somebody bought it here. Fine, let them buy it, you know, because I want people to buy it here. That's the only way price can go down later on, because they will get trapped. So they bought it here. Fine. I was thinking, okay, well, now what? Now I want to see, you know, price goes here and come back down or not. And then price went here to the T. See here, came down, right? So I waited. You know, I did not short it here. You know, I waited. Technically I can even take a short here, you know, but I didn't want to take it, you know, because now at this point, due to this breakout, right, buyers, price can find buyers here also at this area, because technically this area can act as a support. So you can take the long here, a short here, then it flushed down, right? Now I was waiting to see if price comes here, slight hesitation, I can short, but damn thing did not even come there, right? So now I was waiting to see whether it goes to in the middle of somewhere here, you know, like so, like this. So my members knows it. Balance, top, mid, and bottom are important. Okay. So I draw a rough line in the middle, right here, right, and then so right here, right. So we don't know the future price now. So I'm going to walk you through it, right, how I trade it. So then price went through this mid also, correct? Now I know sellers are there, but now I lost the location edge. See, location was here, right? And even here. But then look at this, price did not even pop like in a smaller time frame here, right? So I missed it. So now I don't want to chase it, correct? Now I have to see whether it goes through this level. Technically this is the bottom, right? But now I know it's a monthly, it's a higher time frame rejection here. Price went through here, 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 you know, and by the time ES was all the way here also. So now it's a weakness is there, you know? Only way ES can stop is at 20. So that much room is there, you know. So when price, this flush happened, right, and then it went through this V wave and mid, right? So that's where all these guys, whoever is using this V wave and mid, you know, to go long and long and long, they were all in trouble, you know. So at that point in time, so this is the only green candle I saw it, which is not above this area but below this area. See that? So that's why there was a short here, and 920 was my level, you know, that I gave it in Discord. So I took it because it was right at the level, you know, protected by this VWAP now. So but my target was only up to 853 or so, not much, you know, because that is a dream number, right? Then you can see it, price spoke below it and bounce, correct? So now when it bounced, right, I'm waiting now, you know, remember I have a memory now. I'm waiting to short here or here, right? Because that's a premium locations to me, you know, like good locations to me. And this is my mid location, right? And this is my balance stop location where trap buyers are there. So this is my location area, you know, one of these two if it comes there, you know. But I cannot short it at the first test. I have to wait in a lower time frame to find a setup, right? Because if price comes there, I have to assume this buyer stepped in again and it wants to do a ping pong, right? Then it may go again here. If I short here, it may go here. If I short here, it may go to here also, right? So I have to wait. I cannot do first test. Then what happened? See here, it come to this level right here, right, and then got rejection. But in this process, look what happened. It went above VWAP and mid this VWAPs, right? So someone, intraday traders who were using this VWAP to short here, they got ripped apart, right? Here also same thing happened. Here they got lucky, okay? Because not because of VWAP, it's because of the levels were good here. See that? Because of this. So now I have to wait to see what happens, you know. So around that time, 1518, ES was right here. See, so ES was middle of nowhere. So ES has to get to here either or here, right? So I was watching both of them. See, it's a news time. You have to be very picky, right? So then what happened? Then look at this, right? See, now I'm interested because now this price went through this 972 by a tail, but not close the above it. See my point here? See, I randomly drew this line, you know, just while walk you through it, right? That's randomly spotted the middle, that's all, you know. So now I'm interested, right? So I'm looking at 1 minute chart and you will see it in Twitter, you know, all these things. There you go. See that? So in this candle, I shorted it. You know? So that was my idea actually. But then when I pressed the button, I got filled somewhere around here, lower, right here, you know, right here. So here came down, up again, right? Again got rejection. See, this is where I shorted it. You know, I waited, and then here also, yes, you can short here. See, the moment it goes below this, this is where you short, right? So that was my short. 920 again. I used the same level pretty much, you know. So, and then now at this point, what was the time? 3:34 or so, right? So at this point, if buyers were strong, price would not go down even below this mid. Okay, that's the rationale behind it. but these buyers were only fake, I would say, because somebody is waiting, like me, like us, for a price to come to this area, good area, to short. And if they do it, right, then you will see this kind of run down. Now I was sure that price will go to 782 or this. That was my target, and you can see it. See that here also at 340, right here, when price was here, I typed it in Discord. I also put that in Twitter also. That, but it's after the fact. Okay, so 340, I said, ES has to run away from 40, move away from 4020, and then it touched it, sell off. Okay, so 98 and 84, those were my targets for ES. And look at this, preferred buyers area, came there, stop right there, right? See, price doesn't do random stop here. There is a reason it stopped there. So tomorrow, right? Tomorrow you don't want to see price going above this area. If these sellers are good, right? You don't want to see price going above this. At least tomorrow, you want to see price trading below, like this, like this, not above. Okay. So, and that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.